to the bit rate, to the video, how much, what's the sizes that you want on it. So anyway,
it's working! Yay!
So exit out of this computer.
Okay.
Okay, we're live.
My video camera's not on yet.
How do you turn it on?
I have no idea.
Can people hear us?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Is there like a way you have to like
Maybe.
turn on the...
I guess I should. Let me continue watching that guy's video.
The important part here, make sure you have that stream key copied from over to YouTube. And then all you have to do is, and when you have the OBS, I'll show you one more thing.
Oh, people can hear us. You guys just can't see us.
I'm not going to click
We're learning.
put these all in because I'm broadcasting here to show you how to do this.
This is literally
but if you
the dumbest
add
thing
a
I've
device,
ever
this is
done.
how you get your
Hey
this is
people,
how get
you
your
can hear
video,
us.
Of yourself or of your display
Yes.
of your screen.
I
can
know
just
you
go through
can't
and
see
pick
us.
which
Oh,
one,
wait.
and then you add it.
I just
and
missed
then
it.
the
Hold on,
screen,
sorry.
We're
this is how you get
YouTubing how to use YouTube,
when you have
guys.
the OBS, I'll show you one
So
more
we're
thing. You can
we're trying to figure
Okay,
out how to set the camera up because
sources.
we have the sound on now and we have the stream started. We just have to have the video, the camera. It's gonna work. Oh my gosh! There we are!
Okay.
Hallelujah!
Oh my gosh.
What a chore! Oh my goodness!
Okay. We're there. Why are we so dang small?
And why are we so?
Oh!
Why are we so delayed?
Well, we're small. Sorry guys. I swear.
Screen health. Bad.
Oh wow. Okay, we gotta keep watching this guy. Hold on. Yay. We're watching this guy.
You can add your scenes or add your devices.
You'll
I'm
be
not
able
gonna
to hear him.
click on put these all in because I'm broadcasting here to show you how to do
Okay,
this.
yeah.
But if you add
They
a
can hear
device,
us,
this
though.
is how you get your
Pablo, why are you
this is how
watching
get
my
your
live stream? Go
video,
do your homework.
of yourself or of your display of your screen. You can just go through
This is one
and
of
pick
my-
which one, and then you add it,
My
and
kiddos.
then the screen would be filled
Go to
on
sleep.
here. So, but
Pablo,
I'm
go to
just going to leave
sleep
that
or
right
do
now.
do your homework.
And then all you have to do, and this makes it so easy, you
How do
just
you make
have
it
to
the
hit
full screen?
start streaming on this one. And as soon as you hit start streaming and that streaming and that key's in there, YouTube automatically knows it. So that key connects it, and then you're good to go. And so it just connects it automatically through
But how do
there
you make
when
it
I hit
big or
the
small?
I'll text
streaming
Miss Studley
here,
right now and ask
and then
her
it
if you
just
have
knows.
homework.
So I can hit start
because I
streaming,
have
and
none.
when I hit done, it's done. So that's how easy it is to stream through this stream now. So the next thing I'm going to go to is to events right here. And the difference with the
guys.
events to stream now is you can actually pick a time, and you can even tag it.
I think
These
he's just telling us
is going
what
to
we
be
already know.
best.
All right, so we are going. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Sorry.
It is so delayed.
It is
Bad video setting. Use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently frames.
I think we just have to go in here and figure this out. So, is that this? There it goes. We're faster, aren't we?
No.
Oh.
Hi, Ashley. We
I
did
made
have
this-
great days.
We made it bigger, though. Not on here, though. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, now we're bigger.
Okay, we're
Sorry.
bigger. We got that. Now we just have to make it not so delayed. I mean, I guess it's okay.
I guess we just won't watch it.
We just won't watch it. We'll just look at the chat. So,
We'll watch this video.
yeah. As long as we're not talking slow.
I mean, I guess it's okay.
It's fine.
I guess we just won't watch it.
We just won't watch it. We'll just look at the chat. So,
We'll watch this video.
as long as we're not talking slow. It's fine. Okay. So, we're going to get started. First of all, we apologize if you ask... Yes. It's weird. I just want to look at the chat. I don't want to watch us.
If we watch this part, then we're in real time.
Oh, that's true.
Just
okay,
don't
we'll
watch
just
that
do
one.
that. Okay.
Hi, welcome to our live stream, guys.
Yes. Go ahead and start putting in your questions. We're in Charlotte's house today, and we're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
But opposite. We totally twin all the time.
Yes.
She was wearing it, and I was like, I have that shirt.
And we just went to dinner too. We went to Wildflower and got a lot of food.
Well,
and we got stuff to make t-shirts for Valentine's Day.
We're gonna have to do like a live. That should be like our live stream next week.
Making the shirts.
We'll probably have to do a teacher talk Thursday next week.
We will. We're gonna have to move it to Thursdays because Mr. Valdez is coming home.
And we have PTO that night.
Oh yeah, we have PTO.
Mr. Valdez should go to PTO.
Mr. Valdez.
He'll be there with Rachel.
Oh yeah.
Rachel's coming with me.
Is
She's
she?
like, I'm going to everything with you.
Nice.
She's amazing.
Jennifer's student teacher.
She's amazing.
She's been doing a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys deal with difficult parents? Okay, I can tackle this
yes,
one.
let's just start in.
So I had a parent a few weeks ago. His son is very, I don't know, difficult in class. Just some behavior things. Doesn't really want to do work. Likes to cause problems. He likes to bully other kids by calling them names. Anyway, long story short, this parent thought that I was treating his son differently than I treat the other kids because when he came and told me that a kid called him dumb, I said that he needed to ignore that kid and get away from them. The same thing I told the other kid that he called dumb the day before. So this one student called someone else dumb and then the next day got called dumb, which being called dumb. And so the dad came in, he was like, I'm going to come in and complain to the office about you not treating my kid the same way that you treat other students. And the way I approached it was just, I stayed positive, I stayed confident. And I think we've talked about that before. Like,
in our last
going
one.
into a parent meeting confident is going to be better than you going in there scared or feeling weak.
Yep.
So I definitely think just going at it confidently and talking to them with respect and also keeping it positive. Like, okay, well, what can we do to make this situation better? Here's what's really happening. Here's what's going on. Here's what you need to realize, that your son is being told the same thing that everybody else is being told in this situation. Yeah, consistency. And because this child has a history, a track record of these behaviors, the office isn't going to, you're going to be backed up. And I definitely recommend like inviting your principal or administrator or some kind of coach to come in too if you're feeling uncomfortable, like you don't know what to say, because they can help you.
And they back you up.
They'll back you up and they'll give you ideas on how to help the situation.
And you may not think of it in ways like our instructional coach was able to be outside the situation and recommended positive things that you could say. And just having a list of positive things that you can say in this certain situation. Oh, this is something positive I can say. Yeah. You can just have them down and just have them ready to go.
And start out with like, well, how can we work together as parent and teacher? What can I do for your child that works for them? Because they're at home with them every day. What do you know that I can do that works for them? And so after this incident, the parent and I have had no issues. And really, the parent and I never had an issue. It was just a heat of the moment situation. Yeah. We were communicating through Dojo. And
which isn't very personal.
Which wasn't very personal. Wrong. He would not call. And so it's hard to communicate on the phone with this parent because it's easier for them to text on Dojo. And so it was just a misconstrued communication issue.
And if you want us to go more detail, you can go to my channel and you can rewatch the live stream, and we go into that one for quite a while. Yeah. So, first of all, Rachel, good luck on your observation tomorrow. It's going to go fine. I have mine next week on Tuesday.
Is it her first one?
Yeah, is it your first one? I just want to watch the night before my formal
Should
observation.
we cheer her on?
Rachel.
Go Rachel! Go Rachel! Go Rachel! Go
My
Rachel!
student teacher's name is Rachel, and she had her first observation today, and she did great.
You're gonna do just fine.
Yeah. Teachers on your live stream, great Tuesday night. It's so delayed. We're like barely
It is
dancing
really
there.
delayed.
So yes, Tuesday night. We're just gonna make an announcement here. Next week, we'll just do it on Thursday. On my
What's
channel.
that date? I think that is the
9th?
maybe? No. Next Thursday is the 9th.
Yeah.
So
my observation is the 7th.
February 9th. Your observation
My
is the 7th.
observation is on the 7th and PTO.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a long night.
Starbucks night.
Yes! And Thai food. Maybe. Maybe if we're lucky.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. How do you feel about departmentalizing? If your school, what would you want to teach? I teach 5th grade reading and I hate it. Well, I don't know.
We don't departmentalize.
We don't.
Except for 6th grade does.
6th grade does. 3rd grade used to.
I wouldn't actually mind.
I wouldn't mind.
Because then I wouldn't have to plan so much.
I know. If I did it, I would want to do science and writing.
I would want to do either like ELA or just math because I don't mind teaching 4th grade math. I wouldn't want to do like 6th grade math or 5th grade math. That's scary. 5th grade math scares me.
5th graders scare me. What are your favorite healthy teacher lunch ideas?
Ooh.
Well, quick lunch ideas. I literally go to Trader Joe's and buy the pre-made salads. And
you made good mason jar salads too. If you watch Jennifer's channel, she made good mason jars. Yeah. And you know what? I just found stuff.
You should tell them about your flat things.
Ooh,
Do you have any? We're at your house.
I have them.
Okay, we'll talk.
Okay.
She'll go.
So, you tell them about it. I'll get them.
All right. So, it's really good because I did it last week. So, it's like, I don't know what those things are called, but like those rice, what are they called? Oh, thank you. Rice cakes, duh. But you know how I have like the big fat circular ones? She found at Sprouts really flat ones. And they're called thin stackers. And she puts hummus on it. And my favorite hummus is the
red pepper.
That's
my favorite too.
And then you can put any vegetables on it, but we like putting
I put cucumbers and then like turkey meat, like deli meat.
I didn't think of doing
It's
that.
so good. Or you could put tuna on them. That would be good too. But they look like this. And they're just from Sprouts. I don't know if you can get them anywhere else. This is the only place I found them. You can also do like peanut butter and maybe strawberries or Nutella.
I've never had Nutella in my life. I've never even
That'd be really good. Basically anything because they're like flavorless.
Yeah.
It gives you ideas on the back. You could do like a buffalo chicken, like shredded chicken with buffalo sauce.
And they really do fill you up.
Yep. And they're only 25 calories per little thing.
Yeah, look at So yeah, but when I'm being lazy, Trader Joe's salads. I also like getting these. They're called McDougal's, Dr. McDougal's, and they're miso soups. They're so good.
They also have pre-steamed vegetables from Sprouts that you can get, and they're like in a pack like this. And then I get the jasmine rice from Trader Joe's.
Go shopping and get ready.
And then you just make chicken for the week, and then you just put it all together, and it's like a little stir fry.
Sounds good. Do you both use whole brain teaching in your classroom? Yes, I do. I use whole brain teaching. You know where I have my mirrors on and the kids copy me? That's one part of whole brain teaching. I do whole brain teaching rules, kind of. Rule number 1. Here we go. Follow directions quickly. Rule number 2. Raise your hand for permission to speak. Rule number 3. Raise your hand for permission to leave your seat. Rule number 4. I don't know, because I changed them a little bit. Don't talk. Well, the last one, I don't have it, because but the last one's make your dear teacher happy. So that one, does all of them, but I don't use
I've
all of them.
never heard of that.
Yeah, so.
Maybe it's an older term.
I do, that. And, let's see. Tips for interviewing. Ooh, that is a good one.
Honestly, I think for interviews, you should, research a bunch of questions.
Mm-hmm. They have them on Google.
Mm-hmm.
I just interviewed, we both interviewed last year, and even though I've already taught before, I was still nervous, and I still went online and researched interviews. Mm-hmm. They're going to ask about your classroom management. They're going to ask, they're starting to ask a lot of questions. If you had an infinite amount of money, how would you integrate technology?
Mm-hmm.
And then just how would you handle a difficult situation?
Or like, what does your average like reading block look like?
What is your
block?
teaching philosophy?
Mm-hmm.
Like
how do you do small group instruction?
Mm-hmm.
So just think about like an average day of teaching and what you do, and when they ask you those questions, answer them honestly.
Talked to Rachel today, my student teacher, and I said, hey, we should get you ready and do mock interviews with you.
I'll interview her too.
So we can do a live stream. Rachel doesn't makes videos, and I'm like, you should be in a video with me.
She should come and talk to all the student teachers out there.
Would you guys
or
like
the ones
that?
Coming into student teaching.
Let me know in the comments if you would like to see her, because she's going to be hanging out. We could do a quick teacher talk Tuesday, because she's going to be going to PTO with me.
That's true. We could do it from school. Oh, wait, we don't have Wi-Fi.
Wait, do these computers, you can hook it up into the internet?
My old one?
Yeah, I think my old one does too.
Yeah.
Yep, mine has that too. So we can try a teacher talk Tuesday at work.
We will try.
So, hi, are the kids nice to you? Well, yes, they are.
Most of them.
If you're nice to them.
Yep.
Would you suggest elementary education over secondary? I've only done at elementary, but yes,
secondary scares me.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe someday when I'm older.
Maybe high school, but never middle school.
No. I would want to do high school over middle school, and I'd probably want to do like high school social studies or reading.
Okay. CCXOXO, I have the perfect thing for parent-teacher conferences. So she says, what do you do for parent-teacher conference night if no kids are failing? Think I should have borderline parents coming even if their kids are actually not failing?
Yeah, you have to.
I actually did something completely different. I feel like we're hunching.
We are because
we're in a small table. I'm like, So our school really encouraged us to think outside of the box. And so what I did was I had conference nights, and I required all of my parents to come. So I separated my class into 3 groups: high, medium, and low. And so I took all of my low kids on Monday night. They didn't know they were high, medium, low. I just said, this is the night that you're assigned. So, for example, Monday night, all my low kids came in, and I had them for a whole hour. We went over data, so I was able to give like a little PowerPoint to explain the data, and then we went into student-led conferences, and that's when the kids actually got to talk about and share their data in their data folders, and since I already answered and explained what the data meant, they didn't have to say, well, what does that graph mean? Because I was able to go over it before we started. And then I really differentiated it. So for my low kids, I said, okay, we're in 3rd grade. Your kids need to work on their fluency. So when you're at home every single day, read to them, ask them questions, work on your multiplication times, flashcards. This is what they really need help in. And then I had a make and take that was just specifically for the lower kids, so they didn't have any excuse. Like, here's all the materials I want you working at home. Play a few of the games here. And then as they were making the make and take, I was able to go to individual parents and see if they had any individual questions. Most of the time they said, you just answered all of our questions, and this was amazing. So then on Tuesday I did the same thing, but the make and take was different, and I might have been like, okay, your kids need to work more on comprehension and not so much fluency. And then same thing, make and take at their level. And then on Wednesday I had my my high group, and I differentiated that. I did the same thing, except for I'm like, okay, your kids, this is how you can push them. Go to readworks.org, look up things based on their Lexile level, have them doing a lot of more responses to the writing and in writing to the reading. And so the parents really liked that. And then for any parents that couldn't make it to the assigned conference night, I said, here's my schedule for individual conferences. So at the end of it, I had 22 kids. Now, obviously, it's going to be harder next year with close to 30, but it's still going to be doable because it's still just 10 families a night. Mm-hmm. So it's not bad at all. So most of my kids came to their scheduled conference. 3 kids could not make it, so we just had the stereotypical one-on-one parent-teacher conference, and that worked out too. So that way, I still had a conference even with my ones that weren't failing, but I was able to give them ideas for what they could do at home to challenge their kids. So I hope that answered your question.
Good.
Yeah, that was fun.
I just did traditional one-on-one, and I usually go in and, talk to the parents about what their kids are doing well, and then I lead them to my teacher website, which has tons of resources for kids that are higher level. They can print out higher level reading, and playing Prodigy, I put them on a higher level too.
Oh yeah, that's nice. How did you manage your first time as a first-year teacher? Any tips for balancing school life and home life? I was talking to Rachel about this too. I know a lot of you guys, if you watch my channel, you know that I say contract hours, but that's just me saying, okay, contract hours, we're supposed to be at work from 8 to 4. That doesn't mean that I'm at work every day at 8 and I leave every day at 4. For example, now that I have a student teacher, I'm coming in at 7:30. And most of the time, I come between 7 and 8 anyways. Some days I'm there at 7. Some days I'm there at 7:55. But now I'm more like 7:30 since we are working together. Today I left work at 4:30. But I guess when I say contract hours, it means when I think, okay, I work from 8 to 4 because I'm not going to get paid for that extra time outside. It makes me focus. Am I going to spend my prep going into the teacher's lounge and talking to everyone? No. I'm going to see these people at meetings. I'm going to see them throughout the week. I'm going to see them in the hallway. I'm going to hang out with them after school. I'm going to get out of there, and then I'm going to enjoy the people that I work with when I'm done working. So it's not that I'm unfriendly and stay to myself. It's just when I'm there, I really focus. So using your time wisely, and maybe just picking, if you're a morning person, picking one morning to come in earlier, like an hour early. Or if you're an afternoon or an evening person, pick one evening in the week to stay late, especially your first year. But I think about it, I was at work till 9 o'clock almost twice a week. And I was like, wow, why was I there so late my first year teaching? I wasn't even in my room. I was in my friend's room talking the whole time. So we weren't even working. So you can always get more stuff done. Just get as much as you can done during the day. And
I honestly, I get there at 7 and then I leave at 4:15.
Yeah, and
because I would rather get there before everybody else and use the copy machine and get whatever I need to get done in the morning. And then at night, I can just walk out. And sometimes I'll spend Sunday evening kind of planning, or Saturday evening or Saturday morning, just for a couple hours, just kind of
relaxing though.
Yeah, and
it's fun.
And I've already thought of what I'm going to cover the week before. I already know what I'm going to be teaching next week. I haven't typed anything up or printed anything out, but I already know what I'm going to be covering, so that when I go in the morning, I can start looking for things. I can start finding things I want to print, things I want to do. And then in the morning at 7 o'clock, because we said, the kids don't get there till 8:45.
Yeah. And
if you have duty, it's at 8:15.
You still have over an hour.
You still have over an hour to get ready, and then if you're really super planned up, Jennifer plans for the week before, and she has all her copies ready the week before.
Yeah, we just copied not for next week, but the week after next week.
So, and then also spend your summers planning.
Yeah.
If you can, say, okay, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, from 9 o'clock in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, I'm going to just plan all day long and have everything kind of set up, what you're going to teach, maybe a couple of resources that you're going to use, and have those ready. Because I spend most of my time, because when we came to this new district, I wasn't sure what we were going to be given curriculum-wise until we got there. They gave us the curriculum for math. They didn't give us anything for reading. So we really have to plan for reading.
Yes.
And so I feel like I spend most of my planning time finding things to do. Yeah. Finding ways
Next year will be so much easier. Resources
and things. Yeah, because we've kept everything we've used this year, and it's a lot easier.
Yeah. I was going to say one more thing, but I completely forgot. Let's see. How long have I been teaching?
Disney Princess Vlog.
This is my 9th year teaching. I did 6 years in 2nd grade ELD, 2 years in kindergarten, and this is my first year in 3rd.
And I've been teaching, this is my 3rd class, and I've taught 4th grade all 3 years. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
Is that Megan or Megan? Because I've met a Megan before.
Oh. Maybe I should mention that parent-teacher conference night is also for kids who are in danger of failing.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have... Well, it's so
Not
weird.
just parent-teacher conference night, though. That should be, like,
yeah,
communicated long before parent-teacher conference night.
Yeah, and then our school, which I've never done before, we only do conferences once a year. We did conferences at the end of October.
I think they should be now.
They should be now. Parents during October said, do you mind if we have another one in spring? I'm like, sure, we can have one in spring.
Hi, Elsa. Go do your homework. Guys, just so you know, I have a couple of students from my previous schools that I've worked at who have found my YouTube channel, and they watch my videos frequently, and they comment, so I have a couple of them that are in our feed right now, and so just so you guys know, that's why I'm saying hello to them, because they're here, and I miss them, so hello, guys. Go do your homework.
Go do your homework and go to bed.
Go to bed. It's almost 8.
Almost 8. Common Core curriculum. Our state is, like, gonna go away with Common Core, I think.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Like, meh. Like, we're Arizona College and Career Readiness Standards, which is basically Common Core, but they took out a few and added their own. But for the most part, I mean, all of our Common Core stuff go with it.
How do I feel about students finding me on social media? Well, the only social media that my students can find me on is YouTube, because all of my other ones are super private.
Mine are not.
And I do not mind that my students watch me on YouTube, especially the ones that I've taught in the past. None of my students now know that I have
but if they
a
did,
YouTube.
it'd be fine.
If they did, it wouldn't matter, because then I'm not on
because we're here to help other teachers.
Yeah, it's not like I'm putting, I mean, I'll put the occasional personal vlog up, but even then I'm not, like, parading around in a bikini and, like, drinking alcohol and doing anything stupid.
If you knew us in real life, that's not even us.
No. Like, the craziest we get is Johnny Cash.
We're wearing Johnny Cash in a Disney room drinking lemonade. This is true life. This is us.
I don't mind my students watching. I don't let any of my students now know about YouTube, but my students in the past do know because of my Princess channel. They have found me on this channel.
Well, didn't you used to make videos?
Yeah, and I used to make videos for them for, like, homework help and before stuff like that. Long before. Yeah.
Changing into a different one. This person said...
Yes, Elsa and Pablo, please stop commenting the same thing over and over again, or we'll have to...
Well, I think we can. Alright. Sorry. Alright. Have you ever thought about doing a room transformation? I did one this week, and I'm going to be sharing
pictures?
I do have pictures. I have to get out of here, though.
Wait and see the video, because I know you recorded a video.
Yes, I did. Let's see. Video. Okay, so here's a video of me setting it up. Oh, I don't have the volume up because the Ustream. I mean, not Ustream.
And my student teacher, Rachel, is...
We can't see comments right now, by the way. Can you see them on your phone?
The class to a bathroom break. No music. And I'm super excited to see their expressions. Okay, I gotta get it ready. Look at all the lines. I'm super excited. I have my football jersey. Well, kind of. It's ASU.
Go ASU! Alright. It's a football transformation, and I'm getting the music set up. We have a disco light going on. We have lasers. We got the football song going on, the NFL song, which is in my head every single day.
I'm so excited.
This is yesterday.
I can't wait for them to see it.
Alright, and then some of the pictures that I have. So this was what the classroom looked like. If you follow me on Instagram, Jennuine Teaching, you've probably already seen this. And I spent like $12 on this transformation. Like, it was like so cheap.
What? Banner. Okay, there's another student in here. He says, opinions on puzzles for cooperation and reading skills. I've been thinking on asking Miss Studley about this idea. It's really nice, I think. He is a 5th grader. You are He's such a brilliant kiddo.
Let's see.
But
Pictures. Some pictures. I did take some pictures. So,
time out them.
this is, I just literally bought tablecloths from the Dollar Tree. Those little footballs are from the Dollar Tree. The little goalposts are from the Dollar Tree. I already had that. They're trying to get the Super Bowl cup trophy by the end of the week for the best behavior. That, again, football trophy. This is a story we read game day. If you have not followed Pocket Full of Primary on YouTube, you need to, because I got a lot of my ideas from her video and her Teachers Pay Teachers product. There's me and my student teacher. Sorry, Rachel.
You guys had fun.
And then this was football math. That was the NFL song, but a remix version of it. She found it. And then we had RFL, because my last name. And then they were just working on math. I'm going to do a video and a blog post all about it. But yeah, definitely love room transformations. Later on in the year, me and Rachel love Harry Potter. So for test prep, we're turning our room into Hogwarts and doing like hardcore full-on test prep, but it's going to be themed, so it'll be fun. And then later on, like in April, after testing is over, we're going to do a camping week, and I'm literally bringing in a tent.
I want to do that for holes. I want to bring in like a tent.
Yeah, so we're really, really, really excited for that.
Prodigy is a differentiated math game that I put my students on. The students are wizards and they challenge one another, and you can put them on any math topic and they have to complete a math problem before they can challenge the wizard, and so they really, really like playing that. It's called prodigygame.com. Differentiating.
Well, we have our GATE program, our Gifted and Talented.
In RTA.
In RTI. So basically RTI is response to intervention. They just, our lower kids go to our reading coach, and they work with interventionists on the lower level skills depending on what they need. We usually keep our medium kids, which are kind of basically our benchmark kids that are at grade level, and we do math with them, we do reading with them, and then our gifted kids go to GATE, and then they get challenged there. So that's one way that our school does differentiation as a whole. Otherwise, when I'm with my kids and just them and us, I pull a lot of small groups. My kids are in 3rd grade, so a lot of times we'll get, we'll still do our standards, but like we'll pull articles that are at a higher Lexile level. Just things that would kind of be too easy, too hard for the lower ones.
Yeah, I do that too with ReadWorks. I always pull ReadWorks. And
I love it.
With my higher level kids,
and I've been doing
too.
lots of the Galileo practice.
Yep, and AZ Merit practice is coming out too.
I usually write a to-do list the night before, then go and knock off what's on the list.
Yep.
Hard at times because my kids go to the same school. Oh my gosh.
To-do lists are my
thing. Yeah, I make to-do lists. I look some weeks. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I go and I print off or I copy or I get my books that I'm gonna do that week. I make a stack and I say, this is the most important. This would be awesome if I got to. Start at the top, go to the bottom. If I get through the stack by the end of the week, we had an awesome week.
I always do a to-do list. I got the cute one from Target, the dollar spot, and I started doing it every day. And it has like a top priorities one.
I have my top 3 to-dos. If I can teach math and small group every day, which is my whole morning, I'm good.
Yep.
If something happens in the afternoon, I got my math in, I got my small group in, we're good to go.
Opinions on homework. If I could, I would not get ready.
I wouldn't either.
I would maybe do like a fluency or read for 20 minutes.
Exactly, reads. You're not going to be a kid for forever.
Because they need to spend time with their families and doing extracurricular activities. Pros and cons of having a student teacher. Well, I guess I'll take this question.
Oh, and it is Megan.
Oh, okay.
So the pros of having a student teacher is, first of all, I have another adult to talk to during the school day when the kids are there.
Or
so
another pair of eyes to watch them.
Oh, yes. And it's just so nice because you have another person that 100% understands your students. Like, it's nice, like, oh, yeah, I see that kid. I've heard you talk about them. But this person 100% gets them. It's really fun sharing teaching, and it's really fun seeing your student teacher doing things the way you do it, and you're like, oh, that's what it looks like when I stand on the stage or when I do this. And it's just nice having that other person. You know, the best thing, we keep saying we're getting spoiled. If I need to go to the bathroom, I have someone to just keep teaching for me. And I'm like, Rachel, don't get used to this. I was like, you can call me now and you'd be like,
I can send her down.
No, I can come down because she's starting to take over more.
Yeah, because I can't tell you how bad.
Uh-huh.
When 2:30 rolls around,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
oh, 2:30, she's already teaching. She started teaching.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's good. So just be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Just text me. Because I'm just sitting at my computer because, like, I'm trying to hide behind my big chair so my kids don't see me. But at the same time, I'm still there for her if she needs me, which she doesn't need me, but I'm still there for her. So most of them are pros. The biggest con is I'm already getting really sad that I'm not going to be teaching, like, for 6 weeks. She's already teaching my science and social studies. Next week, she's teaching science, social studies, and writing, which is my favorite. And then she's teaching, like, in 2 weeks, I will not be teaching full-time. I'm still pulling small group. I'm like, Rachel, I have to pull small group. Because she's already doing her own small group. I'm like, I can't just not teach at all. So that's the hardest part, not being able to teach. I know, I should go teach
I'll take a break.
I know,
I'll
right?
sit for 5 minutes.
Yes, yeah. So, mostly pros. The cons, it's not her at all. It's just me, like, or, like, she's going to be teaching full-time when Valentine's Day comes around. And I'm like, oh, I want to do my art projects. I'm like, Rachel, can I do my art projects during small groups?
She probably won't care.
She won't. It's really good because we've been, like, the kids see her as another teacher in the class. So they're like, we have 2 teachers.
How do we not go broke? Buying things for our classroom. Are you kidding? We are broke.
I know.
We are broke. Like, Friday cannot come fast enough for me.
Tips for positive parent communication. Just make it frequent and just, I don't like making phone calls because I'm very introverted.
Nope. That's why I like Class Dojo.
Yeah. I like sending letters.
I send out, I started this for after New Year's and it's been going really well. So I have 32 kids now because I have a new one starting tomorrow. Oh, yeah. But I have a list of 5 kids to 6 kids every day.
I need to start doing Class Dojo.
And what I do is I send these 5 to 6 kids are my dojo kids per day. So, like, let's say these 5 kids, no matter how good or bad they did, I'm gonna send a note home to their parents. If they had a great day of behavior, I'll say, hey, Johnny had a great day of behavior today. Make sure you give them a pat on the back or whatever. And then if they had a little bit of a harder day, I'll say that. But the same 5 kids' parents are getting contacted the same day every week. That's and then nice. Those same kids go to their dojo store that day too. Oh. So it's like the dojo kids for the day. They get their note home and they get their dojo store stuff.
You're going to have to give me professional development on that.
I can help you. I'm a mentor.
Yes. Oh, yes. So, yeah, that's hard when you have a lot. If you have over 150 plus students, and especially high school. Yeah, I don't know, would dojo work with high school?
I think it would because they can change their monster people. And you can get their parents connected, and if other teachers are getting it connected too.
Yeah, you don't have to use monsters.
No.
You can use their own faces if they want to.
Yeah, you can upload a picture. They can pick anything. That's one of my things is they can choose. Like, I'll show you guys. Some of my kids have the dojo monsters, and, like, if you're a dojo mentor, if you get good enough and you do it long enough, you can actually go in and get other. But I have, like, some of my kids have little monsters, but this one's got Snow White. This one has, like, a picture of puppies. Oops. This one has Charmander.
I love Charmander.
That one has Mario. This one has a picture of her own guinea pig. But yeah, they can pick their own things. So I feel like
I like that.
I've heard of high school teachers doing it before. I would think it'd be fun because then they can go on there and like see.
Yeah. Let's see. How do you feel about men in elementary education? I think it's great.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. The more mentors we can have, the better. Especially because then
some of the kids that don't have male role models.
Well, and also like the boys are like, wow, I can be a teacher too. Like I really want to do that. How do you like having a student teacher? I love it, and I'm getting really, really spoiled, and I'm gonna miss Rachel. I've been teaching elementary for 21 years. If you're thinking of teaching, go for it. Yes. Anyone, just be a teacher. It's worth it.
Be a teacher.
Pros and cons of teachers paying teachers. Pros. You can find. That's a pro?
No, a con. It's getting expensive.
Yes, it is. A pro is you can find really, really good resources on there. A con is you can find really, really bad resources, and some people just don't have really good. You really need to look at their previews. If they don't spend time adding a good description or a preview, don't buy the file because I've spent so much. Yeah, or if there's no ratings.
Look at their comments of people who bought it before.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. But yeah, it does get expensive, and just be really careful because it's easy just to spend $5 here and there every week. Then at the end of the year, you look and you're like, oh my gosh, I spent like $500. Let's see. Yes, Pocket Full of Primary is awesome.
Free projects. So this is Banner again. We are at a 5C school. 21st century learning. So a lot of our instruction is based around group work and student choice. And so a lot of our like project-based learning is on topics that the kids get to choose. Like my kids right now are writing an informational essay about a topic that they have become an expert on. They checked out a book from the library.
It's kind of like Genius Hour. Yeah,
they checked out a book from the library. They have sorted all their facts into categories. We just wrote an introduction yesterday. We're going to be writing paragraphs tomorrow, and then we'll be writing our conclusions together. So it is topics that they have chosen to work on. So most of it is student choice.
Let's see. It's my first year teaching first grade. How do you feel about bringing food items for classroom parties, like store-bought cupcakes and stuff?
Kind of a district decision.
Yeah. Districts have really been like just healthy stuff, so healthy alternatives. If you are at a school that allows you to do it, I've started moving to, if you are bringing cupcakes, make them be mini cupcakes because they're not going to finish big old cupcakes, especially first graders. If you need to bring in chips, don't bring in a huge bag of chips. Bring in individually packaged chips.
Yeah, like the little fun size ones.
Individually packaged juice boxes. But for example, for Valentine's Day, I'm going to let them exchange cards. And I said in a letter, no food, no cupcakes, no cake, no nothing. You can bring a little piece of candy that goes with their card, and that's it because it is a pain.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
I would rather bring cookies and cupcakes for everybody.
Yes.
And we give it to them in the cafeteria, so there's no mess in the classroom. There's no, like, people putting their hands in bags of chips and licking their fingers and then putting their hands back in the bag.
Then we can make the healthy choices for them. And with so many allergies out there, you just don't want to be too careful. Which, do I have a peanut allergy this year? No, that was last year. But I do have some allergies that I should have put on our party thing. Yeah. We have a corn allergy, so my kids know no popcorn or anything.
I have a halibut allergy.
I know, some of these are random.
Let me bring halibut to school.
Gone down, oh my gosh. Janice's class, have you seen her list?
Oh and Luann's.
Really? Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for some of these kids. I'm like, how did you find out you were allergic to that? Opinions on homework. Used to be pro homework, but leaning toward no homework. That's me. I'm leaning toward no homework. I'm really excited to see what our homework committee is coming up with.
I know.
Want us to do more homework?
Well, if it's up to, one of my parents is the head of the homework
committee. Is she the one on my street that lives on the street? Okay, that's
and
what
she wants to do away with homework.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
And I'm okay with that too. That is way less copies for me to make and less planning for me to do.
Spend time with your families. Like
By one-to-one, do you mean one-to-one computers?
Or iPads?
We wish, but actually no. There is one cart per grade level. And it's actually not even. It's
because we share a cart.
Third and fourth shares a cart.
Opinions on free projects. Oh, you already answered that. Sorry. Can you talk about your student teacher, like really specific stuff?
She's really cool.
She's really nice. Her name's Rachel.
We like her.
I might try to get her on a Teacher Talk Tuesday, and you guys can ask her specific student teaching questions. She's really nervous, but I can always ask questions. Maybe she can always do it off camera and sit like over there, so she doesn't have to be there. But yeah, I mean, unless there's like specifics about her, I don't want to give too much details about her. But if there's just like overall general, I don't even know what that is. How long did it take to become a teacher? 4 years.
4 years.
Bachelor's degree. Oh, you two are the best. Thanks so much. My 3-year-old is not feeling well and just woke up. Oh, I hope that they feel better. I loved having a student teacher. Yes, I'm loving it too. Do you travel a lot on your breaks or do you spend it planning? It really depends.
Depends on the break.
I usually spend one break a year or more going on vacation. Last year in the summer of 2016, I went to San Diego, and December before that, I went to Disneyland. But usually I'll either pick fall break. We usually don't do winter break. It's usually a fall break or a spring break. So if we didn't do fall break, we'll do spring break. But my husband is in training, so that's been different. So hopefully we can do a summer trip.
That would be nice.
Yeah, so I haven't had any trips, so I've been basically
She's been spending like everything planning.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I'm so ahead this year because I have so much time to myself.
Well, and my sweetheart's been home on the weekends, so I feel like if he was gone on the weekends like yours was, I would have been super productive.
And now mine's back on the weekend, so I'm like, yay! Yeah. Let's see. Bathroom breaks for days. Yes. I'm like, going to the bathroom. And she's like, you go, girl. I'm like, we better not get used to this.
Do you do math a lot? Yes. Every day.
Let's see. I'm deciding on if I should become a third grade teacher. Is it a good career?
You should do it.
Cons?
Third grade's the best.
I love third grade. When I was in third grade, I'm like, I'm going to be a third grade teacher. And all growing up, I'm going to be a third grade teacher. Because I loved third grade when I was a third grader. And then I was second grade teacher and kindergarten teacher. I'm getting tired. Kindergarten teacher. And I was like, finally, I'm in third grade. And it is the dream grade.
Third grade's
love
the best.
it.
I wish. I'm hoping.
Someone said, how was Vegas?
Was that from Snapchat? Probably.
Oh, my goodness. I moved a lot. All right, let's see.
How do you two manage? I'm already at the bottom.
Oh, not me. How long did it take for both of you to get your degree in elementary education? 4 years. I did 2 years in community college and 2 years at ASU. Do you both have your master's degree? I have my master's degree. I did it online, and it took me 4 years because it was self-paced. So I didn't have to go to class. I didn't have deadlines. For me, that worked because I hate having to go to a class. But I feel like I'm more driven to get stuff done. I know some of my friends were like, nope, I could never do that. But it gave me free time. So if I wanted to go hang out with my friends or go to the movies with my husband, I could because I didn't have to say, oh, I have to do this paper. It's due tomorrow. It was, I'll do that paper next month because there's no due dates.
I'm not getting my master's unless someone tells me I have to.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just too much. Like right now,
it's a lot of work.
Trying to juggle work and my personal life is just too much. And I know myself as a student. And if I'm going to get my master's degree, I need to not work or work less. Because I can't even get home and focus on, like, I don't even like coming home and focusing on work. So I don't want to come home and focus on work and homework. That just sounds awful.
Lucas, I have a whole series on how I lesson plan if you want to see it on my channel. They were saying, Megan's like, I can't believe you have 30 plus kids. That's insane. I taught 26 first graders. That was a lot. How do you manage small groups? I'm interested because I've only taught 27 a long time ago.
Well,
small groups.
What I used to do with small groups was I would have 3, would I have 3 centers? No, I would have 4 centers. I'd have 4 centers. One was computer. Second one was writing. Third one was a math center. And then my 4th one was a small group. And so we would rotate through. But after talking to Jennifer, I switched it up. And now I do 3 different centers. Because 4th grade at our school has implemented this March to Math thing where we actually rotate children. And so what she was doing and what I started doing before that was I had each group in a center for the entire hour, but then I switched it to 40 minutes only. So I had them doing a center for 40 minutes, and then they were reading their reading counts books for 20 minutes. So it gave them a cut time instead of doing that a whole hour of that one thing. They were cutting it down to 40 minutes and then 20 minutes.
And I do that too. I say if you finish your center early, go and do reading.
Reading to yourself, yeah. So what Jennifer and I do is instead of rotating throughout the hour, you rotate every day. So group 1 is going to do
on Monday.
Thing
every Monday.
Zern every Monday for the whole hour.
Mm-hmm.
Then on Tuesday they're going to do fluency practice for the whole hour. Then on Wednesday they're going to do writing for the whole hour.
Mm-hmm.
That way, instead of trying to rotate and trying to have transitions throughout small group time, they're all just working on something, and then you can pull back whoever you want.
Yeah, that's been really well. Oh, you bought my birthday packet. I'm so glad you liked it.
I love that thing. I need to get it for next year.
Oh, I love it. Can you do a video on writing for state testing, research, simulation?
Ooh, I am just about to do a writing on demand because 4th grade. Do you guys get writing?
I don't know anything about state testing, writing. I am new to a testing grade. 2nd grade did the Stanford 10.
I think there's an on-demand writing for AZ Merit.
I don't even know what that is.
Basically what it is it gives the kids an article. It's mostly an opinion piece.
Ooh.
And so I've been working on opinions with my kids the whole year because I know it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so they give them an article, they tell them to write their opinion on it, and then they have like 2 hours to do the drafting part, the typing part, everything. So what I'm going to do is I actually went on my state testing site, which is AZ Merit. I looked at the sample test, and I'm going to print it out and give it to them as a writing on demand. I'm going to do this next week during Galileo testing because they're not tested on writing next week. Because we're going to have all that time where we're not testing, but I don't want to give them any new information. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give them this writing on demand. I'm going to give them like 2 hours to do it, where I just give them the prompt, I give them the article. Then after they turn it in, I can see what holes they have. Mm-hmm. Then I can do a whole class or even a small group writing instruction project where I just reiterate the whole opinion piece and what it should look like because they will be tested on it in AZ Merit.
I'm nervous about state testing.
Writing on demand is where you just give them something and say, okay, write it and finish it now. Yeah. And you give them 2 hours to finish it, and they have to
They need lots of practice of sitting and writing. Stamina.
Yes.
Yeah. So this person's asking if they're at a disadvantage when interviewing versus younger teachers that recently graduated. No, every school I've been at, there's been a really... there's a variety of ages and backgrounds of people that have been hired, so definitely not. Please get her on Teacher Talk Tuesday, your student teacher. Yes, I will definitely talk to her tomorrow and be like, people want to see you. Even if you're off camera for a while. Yeah. She'll love it.
Which one do you want?
This one. How do you two manage personal and professional life boundaries, self-care when burned out? If I'm super tired that day, I'm going home. I don't care what stuff's done. It's 4 o'clock. Nope. I had a bad day or I had a long day.
Even if nothing's planned for the next day, just go in early.
Yep, just go in early. Just go home, relax, take a bath.
Shave your legs.
Craft. That's what I did for a long
videos.
time.
Watch Gilmore Girls.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Let's see.
Currently in online high school. I think that you should go into teaching if it's something that you love. I mean, when I was in high school, I was really, really, I struggled. And I didn't think that I would be able to proceed with it. And I ended up graduating with a 4.0 with really great grades. So it doesn't matter what boundaries you're getting right now as a student. If you want it bad enough, you will get it.
Yeah. Yay, so many people from ASU. Let's see. I didn't go to an online university. My master's degree was an online university. That was California Coast University, which I liked because it was self-paced. And it's nonprofit, so I think I paid $8,000 for a master's degree.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And, but that was just for your master's. You cannot get your, like, teaching certificate that way.
I wouldn't.
It's just, it was just master's. It was just a curriculum and instruction. Let's see. Any funny stories that happened to you as a student teacher or a teacher?
I just shared one today.
Oh, yeah,
my mentor teacher dropped the F-bomb in front of a student, and I was like, he said it, and I was like, he was like, oh
my God.
Cody, sorry. And the kid was like, it'll be our little secret.
That's so funny. I feel like I don't have anything like that. This year it was so funny. Me and one of my kids, I don't know how it came up, but we bonded over Napoleon Dynamite because I was like, hold on, I was like teaching small group or something, and I was like, I need some chapstick. And then Grant was like, oh, my lips, he goes, oh, my lips hurt real bad. I'm like, and I was like, call the nurse. And I was like, Grant, why don't you call the nurse? He goes, she has like an infinity in her drawer. And then he goes, oh, sicko. And then he goes, freaking idiot. I'm like, well, let's not say freaking idiot all the time. But that's totally awesome that you know Napoleon Dynamite. That's like one of my top favorite movies is Napoleon Dynamite. I love it.
Would I have a decent life with a salary? A lot of people tell me I will not have a good financial base if I become a teacher. Thoughts? I think we discussed this last week. If you're a single salary or a single income family, you will probably struggle, especially depending on where you live, if the cost of living is higher. I know personally, if I was a single income family right now, I would probably live with roommates or with family, or in a really, really small studio apartment by myself, or even renting a room from somebody, because I'm
buying a used car.
Nothing. I would buy a used car that's already totally paid off, that
in
I have
cash,
no car payment.
I would save for it.
Yep, I'd have to save up for it. I definitely would not be able to spoil my kids as much as I do with the things that I buy for my class. And
I wouldn't be buying stuff on Teachers Pay Teachers.
Nope.
I wouldn't be buying anything. Nope. It would just be
food.
We ran out of paper. Use lined paper.
Yep. You're going to copy everything. It's really hard if you're a single person. Now, granted, when you're young, you can live with roommates and do all of that. You know, if you're a person that's planning on being a single income family for a long time, unless you go and get your master's and your doctorate, because then
I have a master's and
you still couldn't.
No, I still couldn't. Well, not here.
No, not in Arizona.
But no, not at all.
But
let's see. Number one do and don't for a student teacher coming from the permanent teacher in the classroom. Okay, I don't have any of these issues, but it's so funny, like, all these people, maybe it's because I'm getting towards the 10-year mark of me teaching, like, all my friends and people that I used to work with, they're now getting student teachers. I'm like, am I one of those people now that I'm like a veteran? I'm like, I don't feel like one yet. I'm like, I'm not the youngest one at school anymore. So it's kind of fun. I've heard really bad horror stories that their student teachers are talking behind the mentor teacher's back, saying, I don't like the way they're running their classroom. They're just bad mouthing their mentor teacher to other teachers on campus, and that is awful. You need to respect your mentor teacher as, I don't even care, like, my mentor teacher was not awful. There were just things that I would have done differently. Now, did I ever badmouth her, and go around telling people, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing? No, not at all, because that was her style of teaching. Just because it didn't match my style, she was the veteran, and I respected her. And I always asked her, what can I do? What can I help? And just being really respectful. Some people, as student teachers, they feel like, well, I'm learning how to be a teacher. The mentor teacher needs to be out of the room because this is my class now. No, it is both your classes now. But as a mentor teacher, I've realized, like, I'm already feeling sad that, like, I'm not going to be teaching all the time. So you need to realize that, like, it's hard for the mentor teacher to give up their class to you because, like, these are like your children. I spent 6 months, well, I guess 5 months with them, just me and them. We have inside jokes, we have all this stuff, and I'm not ready just to be like, here you go, here's my class, I'm leaving. Like, that's definitely hard. Just respecting your mentor teacher and realizing that there is an emotional side of letting go of your class too. But also, just helping them out and just letting them know, hey, I'm really eager to help you out, take over teaching lessons, and just really ask them for advice. So, because they don't know what you want to learn or what you want to work on unless you tell them.
I like this question. Have either of you ever been nominated for Teacher of the Year? We actually nominated Jennifer.
Yeah, I go on Monday. I'm gonna have a busy week next week. I go on Monday to see if I made it to the finalists. Even just being nominated, I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to be Teacher of the Year.
She deserves it. She really does.
It's the whole county, though. The whole county. I'm super nervous.
I don't recommend getting your master's right after you get your bachelor's. A lot of my friends did, and the pay raise is only like a couple $1,000s a year, and they were really stressed out. And I feel like a lot of them are struggling teaching now in their 3rd year because they spent their first 2 years of teaching getting their master's, so they didn't really get to focus on their teaching and learning their practice, and now they're struggling in their 3 years in.
If you really want to let me tell you, I always said I'd make a video about it, but I'll just talk about it here and make a video maybe later. The reason I got my master's is because we do not have tenure in Arizona. We don't have seniority. They got rid of that. And 1 year back in, I don't know, 2009, maybe 2010, it was maybe my 3rd year teaching, maybe my 4th year, I don't know. But I had been teaching, and a brand new 1st year teacher, her 2nd year of teaching, she got her master's and she was done. So basically, she was about 2 years behind me, but she had gotten her master's degree. And our district said, hey, we're going to have to make some budget cuts. There's no seniority, so we're going to go on a point system. And they didn't do how many years you've been teaching or anything like that. One was like the highest points you can get was like, you get this many points for being highly qualified in your area. You get this many points for blah, blah, blah. You get 6 points, which is the highest, 6 points for having your master's degree. And me and my friend were like, wait a minute. We have been teaching 5 years, and this teacher has been teaching 3 years, but just because she has her master's degree means that she might be able to keep her job over us. And I was like, that's scary. So I was like, you know what? Luckily, that didn't happen, and they didn't end up doing that. But we were thinking, what if 10 years from now, we regret not getting our master's and something else like that comes up? I highly doubt that's going to happen because of the teacher shortage in Arizona.
And if it does, I will do something else.
Exactly. And so luckily I found a school that wasn't super expensive and it worked for my needs. But I always talked to her like, do you recommend going back? I always said I would only go back to get my master's if it will allow me to do a different career or a different area in education. So I kind of wish I would go and gotten my master's degree in reading, because then I could be a reading coach. Like, I could do a different job in education. Or let's just say I really wanted to be a high school science teacher. I can go back and get my master's in secondary education with an emphasis on science, and that would get me into a different job. I just stuck with normal curriculum and instruction, and for the most part, I mean, maybe you can be an instructional coach, which that would be amazing.
I think you should be.
For the most part, I kept it very general, which for me, I just want to stay in the classroom or do a coaching thing eventually. Actually, I wouldn't mind going into coaching sooner rather than later. Like, I always thought that I want to teach, like, 20 years and spend, like, my last 10 years coaching. Yeah. Like, now, after being a mentor teacher, I wouldn't mind starting coaching, like, within the next, like, 3 years. Yeah. Not like there would be an opening, but...
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly.
Somebody might retire.
Yeah.
Pros and cons of teaching. I just made a video on my channel.
And I watched it when I was getting ready this morning. I was, like, putting on my makeup.
I posted it yesterday. So, pros and cons of teaching. My thoughts are actually in a video that I just posted yesterday. Teacher evaluation system. Depending on how long you've been teaching, or in the district, I guess.
I think you have to here it has to be, if you're 3 years or less, you need to be evaluated twice. And that's been in every district. Yeah. Oh, I've only had 2 districts.
So I'm going to get evaluated twice this year, or observed twice this year. My next one is March 7th. My first one went really well, and then they do, like, an evaluation.
Oh, like, why does March 7th sound so familiar? And evaluation systems like in AZ, we have, I'm pretty sure you can find it in Google. You can just look up teacher evaluation rubric, and it might show up.
And I think different districts use different things. Like, some do the Danielson, some do, some districts have their own. I think our district has its own.
Yeah.
Some do, what's it called? Oh, we did it at ASU.
She knows so much more because I went to ASU like 9 years ago, and I'm like, I don't remember what I did, and it's so different.
I have to look it up, but it was really difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do any of that stuff when I was at ASU.
All the districts have their own.
I feel like I got it easy. We did talk about room transformations. I'm going to be doing a, what's it called? A video all about it and a blog post about my football one. But I spent $12 this week on it. I bought...
Dollar store?
Yeah, I bought, tablecloths, threw them on the table. Music can go a long, long way.
Yes, can transform anything. We use Talent Ed too. Megan, that's exactly what we use.
That's what we use.
What do we do in the summer as a teacher? Sleep.
Yep, that's true.
Sleep, plan, swim, hike, fish,
eat,
plan some more,
eat,
sleep some more,
eat
watch lots of Netflix.
Teaching is definitely challenging, but it is worth it. You just got to figure out what works for you, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Yeah. Rachel was telling me today that she's really nervous about asking her colleagues for help because she doesn't want to seem like she's bugging them. You're not bugging them. Find a friend. They don't even have to be on the same team, and just bounce ideas off of each other. Oh yeah, pros and cons. You have that on your channel. I think we're gonna have to call this a night because it's 8:30
I need to take a shower.
I need to go home. I live like
5 minutes away.
And I have to make a flyer. I'm presenting kind of tomorrow our Read Across America ideas. No. Me and Morgan are sharing our Read Across America ideas because we're on the committee. So tomorrow they're doing like a poetry competition.
Fun.
And so I did not take the practice 2. I took the AEPA, Arizona Education Proficiency Test exam, but that would be an A. Assessment?
I took the NES.
What
National Evaluation.
I didn't take that. I took AEPA.
That was 10 years ago too.
Oh my gosh.
I took the NES. National Evaluation.
I feel like so old now.
I don't know what it stands for. National Education something.
Yay, Raina! It's my first year teaching, and you girls really helped me out. I was staying late after school daily, and then I stopped. I leave on time now. So yay, thank you. Isn't your life so much easier? And I end up getting more stuff done in the day if I know that I'm leaving. I'm like, it's 4 o'clock, so I'm teaching Rachel.
Motivated.
I'm like, Rachel, we gotta go, it's 4. She goes, one more thing. I'm like, Rachel, what would you do if you were done with that one thing? She goes, I do that, and then I do that. And then as she's doing that, I'm turning off the lights, and I pick up her purse, and we go, and she goes, let's go home. Thank you. She comes in the next day, and she goes, oh, that was nice.
Thanks, Megan, for joining us.
Thank you. You guys have a great Wednesday.
Thank
have
you,
a great week.
everybody, for joining us. Don't forget, next Thursday, the 9th,
on my channel.
On her channel.
We
we'll
have
be at
a
her house.
PTO meeting on Tuesday. And this one's going to be fun because we're going to be making t-shirts for Valentine's Day. So we'll be crafting while we're talking to you guys. Yes. And probably eating on camera.
So grab your dinner.
Yes.
Grab your Valentine's stuff that you're making and do it with us.
Grab your lemonade. And join us. So we'll probably do that one at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
We'll let you know. I'll schedule it.
And we'll both post videos on our channels the day of, just to remind you that we're going to be doing the live stream.
And just, yes, it made the biggest difference in my life. Thank you. Yes.
Yay!
Yes. Don't live at work. We love work, but it's not your life.
Nope.
Teaching is your job, not your life.
You don't live to work.
Don't forget that. Mm-hmm.
You work to live.
Exactly. So I'm going to go live. I'm going to go home.
I'm going to go live in my bathtub.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go see my dog Pippin.
Watch Gilmore Girls.
Yeah. Bye. Okay. Now